Ice Nova of Frostbolt is not a League Starter build. Hello and welcome to this video. You may have noticed that we have leveled another character. And you may also notice that we are using Ice Nova. In this case, Ice Nova of Frostbolts. And this is what we look like. And if we get out of this, this is pretty much how it goes. Now, we have a lightning coil for the fizz damage mitigation. We are using the shield to give us the lightning res. I'm using this for the chaos res because we do have a lot of res through purity elements, the tree, and obviously gear. So pretty much I've sacrificed a little bit of defense in life and shield for chaos res, which then gives us better defense overall in chaos. So it's much for a muchness that way. These two books are here because this character was able to do, without this setup, I was building up to it. I was able to do Infinite Hunger quest and Black Star quest. So those two books are from them. Now this T11 corrupted map will run just to show what's happening. Foundry shouldn't be too bad unless this gives us something terrible. This doesn't worry me, it's what they put into the map on top of it. So, but yeah, we have the Arcanist Brand, which is attached up here to Punishment and Poacher's Mark. Our Kitava's Thirst is Frostbolt, Enfeeble, Greater Volley, and Conductivity. We got Sigil of Power, Clarity, and the Arrogance because we are running Internal Blessing on Purity Elements. The Ice Nova of Frostbolts did cost me 170 chaos. So it wasn't exactly cheap. It is pretty much mandatory. Obviously you can run... Whoa, what is hitting us? There is still some issues with our defense, obviously. But overall, if we're not getting the actual trigger, our cast speed needs to be up. That will help it. But we do go through patches where we aren't firing our big balls, and we're not doing that, then we are very, very vulnerable. Because the very little leech we do get, that can sometimes save us. And you can see it in an open map, you can do this and it just goes everywhere. It is quite a feel good skill. So if you want a skill where you can pretty much just push a button and everything just falls down, obviously you got to get to the point where you got enough damage and everything, because if you don't have cast speed, it's 50% chance to cast the firebolts per time you spend 100 mana, and we're using 100 mana exactly. And we're only on a 4 link, else we could probably be spending a lot more mana than that. But yeah, the 50% without, as you can see right there, we were not casting it, we weren't doing our big attack, and we were vulnerable. We're vulnerable to that big guy smashing the ground. Yeah, this T11, we're, what, 83. I've been changing up the tree. I literally, just before doing this, repaved 25 different nodes, and pretty much this is what we do. We stand still in our little thing. This guy's got a little bit more of a defense than I'm used to. What do you have? They do more damage. I don't know, maybe he was just a little harder because we have taken out other ones a lot quicker. Obviously each boss is slightly different. So we got a 12 run. Yeah, we'll do that. So this, I have picked up 2 playing the 3 characters that I have, and this Divine was a natural drop during the campaign with this character. So we got another lightning core here, and this I actually picked up during the campaign as well, but we did buy this one for 10 chaos. And this I got off the expedition lady. I got a amethyst ring, and we pulled out this instead, which obviously gives us 66% chaos res with the life and energy shield minuses. That I picked up during the campaign. They aren't expensive, like the lightning coil, 10 chaos, 20 chaos maybe. This, as I said, it's like 10, 5, 10. So all up, if we do not count this, which I got it cheap at 170, you're looking at 200 to 250 for it at the moment in this league. And if we have a no, it's having a look at the boots. If I take it out, it's got 160 at the moment, which is not really that many that's actually offering. A Divine is worth 350 odd at the moment. So yeah, it ain't a cheap gem because it is a build making, and it's also very strong. Atlas, I've blocked Ritual because of all the chaos nonsense that can spawn with it, and otherwise the tree, I've pretty much just gone how you would normally. It's hard to tell which ones to go with the scarabs. What am I doing here? Because in the event anyway, because it all depends on how people try to get the divine drops. Mainly the ambush. Is it ambush? Yeah, I think ambush scarabs, the strongbox scarabs, and the shrine scarabs are doing alright. Plus the blight. One of the blight scarabs is going off. The rest of them are pretty meh. So, as far as what you should go, pretty much depends on what, if people are playing and what they're playing. It's a little less set than in normal league. some of the necro part of the necro settlers, the yellow mod that's under them, is sometimes the only thing that can stop us in a map. They get some crazy one-shot thing, especially the tattoo people. Run into a souped up, tormented, just, yeah. Some of the mods that they can get just make them like unkillable, and they one-shot you. Now, obviously, it all depends on your defenses and everything, but they do, in some instances, a lot of damage. So, it has been a little scary at times as I've been building up. Hence why I went with this lightning coil. Because going through, I obviously wasn't with the lightning coil because it is minus 60 res, so we had to get that. The lightning coil I went with because of the physical reduction, and that seemed to be the thing that was killing me the most, plus the degens. So the purity elements fixed pretty much the degens. The lightning coil helped severely with the physical side, and now I've got my chaos up. We should be relatively fine, and we just need to build up our defenses through the tree and getting better gear. So I'm actually quite happy with where this character is at the moment. Obviously I'd like to do a billion damage and all that, and just like one shot anything and everything, tank shapers and T-17s and all that, but where we're at the moment, considering I'm half following different build plans and everything, and half just deciding what I want to do for myself. Like, I'm pretty sure you won't find anyone with the sort of gear setup I have at the moment, because I have coming across a lot of it's a couple of other chest pieces, a dark cloak, loom weave. So I've gone a different way. We could switch out of it eventually and go back to a more normal chest and all that. But yeah, we got Marta here. Before, that guy would easily destroy us because we just didn't have the defense. With the lightning coil, with the setup and everything, we are doing 100 times better than we were. This guy will be interesting. Do that. Put my little circle down, please. Okay, we could die because he's not putting the stuff down that I want. There we go. And he's gone. So yeah, it feels awesome to be able to just stand there and just do damage. What was this, a T12 or something? And yeah, these tattoo guys, there are still some that are dangerous. The worst are the Quorm guys that do the volcanoes under you. I did run into a map where the entire screen was a volcano instantly. So, yeah. That one hurt. Don't know what that was, but as you can see, we didn't instantly die. We were degenning slowly enough that we noticed it, and then we got out of it. So it feels good, the damage feels good, we're progressing through the Atlas, and I know it's been ages in far as the what progression people are used to, but this is our third character I've leveled, and the other one, what do we get up to? 85, 86 for our Deadeye. Lightning Strike was 74, 75. That reminds me. Let's open this. Change the appearance of our helmet. That doesn't look terrible. Like, I like the Catava thirst thing, but I see myself potentially changing that at some point to what we just got. And this character probably feels a little better to me as well, because we got our first Exalted Ore drop, natural. It wasn't any sort of boost or bonus. And first Divine drop, which was natural. So maybe I feel a little better about this character because of that, but it does feel good. If you have the currency to buy the gem, or you run the labyrinth until you get it. I have run 6 or 7 labyrinths on top of the, I have done all the labs. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 10 plus, and I haven't been able to get the gem. So I did have to buy it. After 4 or 5 attempts to get the gem. And that's the tree at the moment. The gem here has got some lightning res, some lightning damage, some more lightning damage, and some stats because we are a little dex dependent. What was I doing here? I don't remember what I was doing with this skill point. Oh, I think I was going to go less damage from crits. Just as another layer of damage, do we have enemy crit damage reduction minus 50%. So that's an extra layer of defense that we have on top. So at the moment we are just stacking defense on top of defense, and to a degree the more defense we have, the more attack we have, because our mana is connected to our life. So the less that we take damage, the more mana we got, to deal damage. So yeah, it is a very feel-good situation right now. So if we have a look at maps, I think this guy's got a T16 for us. Minus reses, which puts us under. Yeah, this one should be difficult. Not sure how we'll go because of the minus res, but yeah, I haven't been really worrying about the mods on things. I've pretty much been alk and going once we got to a certain point where it felt good. But yeah, this is a T16. Obviously there will be something that we run into with some Necro Settler mod. Apparently they're a little cranky at me. Get off me. Got to find that guy. Got him. Well, I did say something was going to get cranky at me. But yeah, our cast speed, it's 52%. Yeah, 52% more cast speed. And we pretty much need to double that to make this feel good as far as this triggering. So we need cast speed on weapons. If we're going to keep shield, then obviously I was talking and missed this important line. Whoops. Okay, that pretty much anything's going to just get detonated there. Obviously there is super tanky builds that could have tanked that damage, but I think anyone can agree that standing in that was not a great idea, and dying to it isn't really an indication of the build. But yeah, that was silly. That's what happens when you're trying to think of things to say about the build and things we need to work on and everything. You don't read all the lines of text and you get blown up by pretty much dead. Ow. You hurt, sir. Okay. Can I move? Because we do take... Oh, we're in trouble. Because we are taking... Ow! Come on, come on, come on. There we go. As I was trying to say, as we take damage, our mana goes down and we can get stunned a lot. There is ways to get around the stun, but if we are running low on mana, then obviously we can't use our skills, because unless we tie it to our life, which I probably should have life tap it on my Frostblank, but it is a small issue as far as everything, because as you saw, our recovery is pretty good. It obviously can be better, but we didn't die, and we were able to get away, get a bit of recovery, and then we were able to reset and do the damage. So yeah. So apart from the standing in front of a detonate corpse's strongbox, we haven't had a problem really with this map, except for a couple of seconds with the boss, which being a T16, and we're still like defining what our defenses are. Okay, I'm not sure where all that damage came from, but as you saw, we were able to stay alive and get out of that. So I'll leave you with this. The Frostbolt, Ice Nova of Frostbolt, is not a league starter this build purely because of how popular it is and how expensive the gem is. If you can get hold of the gem by leveling up a Templar and just running lab until you do, it's a league starter. Otherwise, it's not a league starter because it costs too much to get going. If you can get the gem on a league start, you'd probably have to be lucky with a divine drop on league start to be able to play this. That's the bad thing. The Catava's Thirst makes it an auto thing. You don't need the Catava's Thirst. The Lightning Coil is my choice. The shield is with the Lightning Coil, so both you don't need. So pretty much this is what makes it not a league starter, purely just because it costs so much. But if you can get it through the lab, or you're willing to do it through the lab until you get it, then you can league start with it for sure. But yeah, give me your thoughts and everything on the Ice Nova build, how you recommend the Ice Nova progresses. I'll show you the tree again. This is what we're looking at. So give me your thoughts and everything on where we should go, plus what we should be trying to get as far as weapons or gear. What's your opinion of best that I can look for that isn't going to break the bank, obviously, because everything is so expensive in the restart, and not necessarily making sense expensive, because some things are expensive and then some things aren't. So there's no guarantee that what you suggest is expensive because of the league. So do suggest it, but just keep in mind some things might be out of my price range. But yeah, Ice Nova of Frostbolt, awesome, fun, has some teething issues as you get into it because of how it works, but once it starts getting going, it is a very feel-good skill. Well, catch you next time, and goodbye.